So I got into thinking, like, all right, let me just do a top 10 players in the NBA list right now, not 4 years ago, not 10, not 2, right now. Now, when you say best, it's subjective. So I came up with a list of a couple things that matter when I'm coming up with my best 10 players in the NBA. Obviously, skill set matters. Shooting, passing, dribbling, like the basics, the fundamentals of basketball. Who's the best at that? Then you've got stuff like, what's their impact on the game? That's a big one for me. Do you make others better? That's huge. That's massive. What's your basketball IQ? That's very easy to figure out watching basketball. And then leadership, mental toughness. And the big last one that I had to shout out in the meeting when I got laughed at with my list, availability. That matters. So let's get started.
Number 10.
No, not number 10. Number 10. Yes, Joel Embiid, 10th best player in the NBA. I see Alex a little surprised. I know Ryan is flabbergasted. Folks, the dude played 39 games last year. I don't want to hear it. He's always hurt. Always hurt. Last season, and oh, by the way, in the playoffs, Joel Embiid, good against the Knicks, but not unbelievably good, like who we're going to hear from shortly. Joel Embiid, 10th best player in the NBA. That's not bad, right? What are there? Roster, 30 teams, 15 players. That's outstanding. He's in the upper crust. Congrats, Joel Embiid.
Number 9.
LeBron James. Folks, all NBA player. I'm sorry. I could rattle off all the stats. I'm not going to bore you. He's still one of the 10 best players in the league. He took a roster that was very mid, and they won 47 games. He had to deal with Darvin Ham last year. LeBron is still, 25, 7, and 7 at 39 years old. Don't even tell me he's not a top 10 player in the league. I have him at number 9.
Number 8.
All right, this is where it's going to get a little confusing. Jalen Brunson. Now, people are going to say, whoa, he was a second-round pick. Jalen Brunson was a backup in Dallas. I don't give a rat's behind. Right now, Jalen Brunson is the 8th best player in basketball. Find me a more clutch player in the playoffs. I'll wait. You can look up any stat you want. Jalen Brunson was arguably the best player in the playoffs when it comes to numbers. He went toe-to-toe with Embiid, and guess who came out on top? Jalen Brunson. This kid, it has star written all over him. He makes everyone better. Unbelievable IQ, toughness, leadership. He's never afraid of the moment. I'm just telling you, Jalen Brunson has star written all over him. I have him right now as the 8th best player in basketball.
Number 7.
All right, this is where we start to get a little confusing. I got my man Anthony Edwards, perhaps a little high. He's all NBA. He continues to ascend, and this postseason is when he really took off. And the list is right now best. Not at the beginning of last year, right now. I mean, Anthony Edwards is unbelievably good in the postseason. Now, he did struggle against the Mavs a little bit. He was a little tired. But again, he got the Timberwolves to the conference finals. It wasn't Gobert. It wasn't Towns. It wasn't Jaden McDaniels. It was Anthony Edwards. The kid can ball. He could be the face of the league. We were talking about that like a month ago. He's gone from, this guy, does he love basketball coming out of Georgia? I had him number 1 on my mock. He now is potential face of the league. Anthony Edwards at number 7.
Number 6.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. A lot of people have him top 5. I'm not there yet. He was the runner-up in the MVP award, led the NBA in steals and deflections. He's a great two-way player. I saw a video that called him a free throw merchant, which I found hysterical. And yeah, he gets to the line. He draws some questionable whistles. I'd like to see a little more three-point shooting from him as opposed to the mid-range. But listen, man, he's a very, very good player. I just don't think I'm as high on him yet. Now, the Thunder are stacked heading into next season. We'll see. But I have SGA at number 6.
Number 5.
All right. Are you guys ready for it? Yes, sir. Steph Curry still ticking. I know he's getting up there in age, but there's this new award called the Clutch Player of the Year. You know who won it, right? Steph Curry, Mr. Clutch. He was unbelievable. In clutch time minutes, which are the final 5 minutes in a game that's close, Curry led the NBA in points. I'm pretty sure field goal percentage in clutch time. He was outstanding. And this is all when, oh, by the way, the team is crumbling around him and everybody knows he's getting the ball. Curry had a phenomenal season, still an all-NBA player. Right now, he's still the 5th best player in the NBA.
Number 4.
All right. This is the one that had some heads exploding. I like Jason Tatum. I'm just telling you, folks, I know Jaylen Brown isn't on this list. Anthony Davis not on the list. But Jason Tatum led the champions in points, rebounds, and assists in the finals. In the playoffs, he was the best player. I know the award went to Brown. Media has some issues with Jason Tatum. They like him, they don't love him. I love him. Lakers love him. Jason Tatum is a phenomenal talent. And when it comes, I have no issues with this clutch time stuff. It's all fugazi, and they make it up. The media does. Honestly, the clutch time numbers on Tatum are very, very good. They're not Curry level, but they're excellent. Tatum, 4th best player in the NBA.
Number 3.
Giannis, I know he missed the playoffs. It's tough to have him this high, but it's undeniable. This guy's a perennial MVP favorite every year. He's going to have the Bucks in the mix. This year will be a tough one. 30 points per game on 61% shooting last season. Like, I don't think there's any argument. Giannis coming in at 3.
Number 2.
Nikola Jokić. A lot of people have him 1. I think he's outstanding. I don't think it's a slight to call him 2. Jokić is going to have his work cut out. This will be his toughest season, given what's going on around him. Obviously, he's a tremendous talent, can do everything, raises the level of everybody in the way LeBron did, and the number 1 guy does. I have Jokić at 2, and I'm sorry if you hate it.
Number 1.
That's Luka Dončić. Best player in the NBA. I've been saying it for a year. Wavered a little bit last year when him and Kyrie missed the playoffs. But this kid is just, he does stuff to make everyone around him better. I know the defense isn't there. That's a big knock. Jay, you're not talking about defense. It's a two-way sport. Yeah, I get it. But Luka's 6'7", 230, led the NBA in scoring. First team All-NBA, 5 straight seasons. What can't he do? I know, play defense. He's good at defense. His defense was the best in the post he's ever had in his career. Luka Dončić, best player in the NBA.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.